The Baltimore Ravens. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this. All right, now,
so 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Leopard!
Back to throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch him now, Barney!
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graves. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Collins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
No. Check. Patriot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 3 down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Hey. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Gun!
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll set up a throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll set up to throw. Caught here by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was. As only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Barney. Detroit! Detroit! Hut!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Set. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the I.
3-19.
Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He's going to get it running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go now. Green.
And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Detroit! Detroit!
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Graves. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
No. Check. Patriot.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Grant taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that is. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Santos with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Flushed out right. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll go option to the short side. Got some real estate inside the 30. Oh, some strong running. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. He's been pretty good with his legs in this game. A really nice gain there. Defensively, they've been okay covering downfield, but you got to account for the quarterback, right?
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because normally when you play 11 on 11, it's truly not 11 on 11. Defensively, you don't account for the quarterback.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And McDonald here over the middle. A nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Forced out to his, and that's caught inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. He's back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit! 58, boys, 58. Gun!
Back to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and come away with nothing. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Watch it now, Barney,
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Gone! Now let's go! Green!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Take it at the 37. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Putting obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And that is no good. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So not only does the fumble recovery not turn into 6, it doesn't even turn into 3.
And they let him off the hook right there. You have to be able to capitalize on sudden change situations. So to go 3 plays and then miss a field goal, that's a huge disappointment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Washington. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Over.
Looking to throw. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down to the 32. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime. So it's his 2nd missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime. They go play action now. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
birds come in. Sounds like I seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the.